Hi, Gary. We are so excited to speak to you here on Knots TV. You're coming to Derby this week, this Friday, aren't you?
And no, I can't wait. It's been sold out for ages, and people have been going, "Can you not release more tickets?" I wish we could.
So it's the sounds of the 80s, your BBC Radio 2 show, but it's going to be live at Melbourne Hall.
Yeah, well, the show's not actually broadcast live, but what we do is we recreate our Saturday night show live on stage, and it is just so much fun. So we have Gary's Gang, or our Sounds of the 80s, dancers, amazing routines to master mixes like the movie icons master mix and 80s icons master mixes, and of course we've got Mark Shaw from Then Jericho, who's going to be performing live, which I'm super happy about because I was a massive Then Jericho fan back in the day, and I remember making The Motive my record of the week. So I'm just really excited that Mark's going to play in Derby.
Well, it's interesting actually because we had a chat with Mark Shaw last night on Knots TV, and he said he's got a lot of very interesting stories about drunken nights out with you, Gary, a long time ago.
I think Mark Shaw's got a lot of very interesting stories, full stop. I mean, he really lived the 80s. He did. And you know what? I haven't seen him for such a long time, so it's going to be great to see him again.
So how does this work? You do your DJ set, then he comes on and does his live music in
No,
between?
it's all part of the show, you know. So he'll come on during the show and sing a couple of numbers. Yeah.
Now, how do you pick the songs that you're going to play? Because obviously there's so many awesome 80s songs. Do you pick the ones that are favourite to you, or that you know will get the best reaction from the crowd, or how do you go about choosing them?
Mixture of everything. I think it's about finding the right song and playing the right song at the right time, and hopefully putting a couple of surprises in there, maybe songs that people wouldn't expect you to play.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely spoilt for choice, and it's like choosing your babies. Leaving one out and putting one in.
Yeah.
But we get there, and the music is guaranteed to be brilliant.
Do you have a favourite song from the 80s? Just one.
Oh, don't ask me a question like that. That's impossible.
I
It's
knew you'd say
impossible.
that, but
I have a favorite band of the 80s who I guess would be U2. They'd be, closely followed by Tears for Fears and Deacon Blue.
wow.
So I have favorite bands, and I have favorite singers, but favorite song of the 80s, too difficult for me.
Now, we saw you on this cruise ship a few years ago, several years ago, which was absolutely amazing. Throwback, I think it was. Everybody was dressed head to toe in 80s paraphernalia, the wigs, the full works. Is this the kind of fancy dress, or is this a kind of just wear normal clothes kind of do?
It's whatever you want it to be. Typically on the Sounds of the 80s gigs, most people come dressed up, but you don't have to be. But if you want to put a statement T-shirt on, you want to put a Woo Gary Davies T-shirt on, then that's fine. I'm not going to stop you.
Speaking of Wood,
Yeah, I
have
mean,
you noticed this?
oh, I like that.
Do you like
I
that? Do
like
people still
that.
say that to you when you see them?
Well, it's compulsory, isn't it?
What's all Gary Davis?
Uh,
Fantastic. So, will you be dressing up?
yeah, well, I'll be wearing something. Yeah.
Good to hear. That's good to hear. Now, this isn't the only date that you're doing in the East Midlands, is it? Because you're also coming to Nottingham in September.
I know. I'm really looking forward to Nottingham as well. That is going to be great too. But yeah, so Derby this Friday, Nottingham in September. I think there's hardly any tickets left for Nottingham. So if you want to join us there, you better get them fast. And then hopefully towards the end of the year, we'll announce some more dates for next year as well. Because this show ain't going away.
That is really good to hear. Just so then, anybody that's watching this that hasn't got tickets for Nottingham, can you just sum it up in a few words why it'd be fantastic for them to come along?
It's just the best 80s party you've ever been to, and it's just joyful and it's fun, and you won't sit down for nearly 3 hours.
Wow.
It really is just a fun night.